Hello, Jane.
Hi. Fine, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you. Thanks for doing this.
Oh, of course. Yeah, thank you. Valtaj sir. Hello?
Does my mic work?
Yes, it does. It works great.
Excellent.
Hello, Stacy.
Hi.
So Valtasar, are you? Is that your name? Are you from Greece?
Oh no, I'm from the States.
Oh, okay. Yes. Where are you
Yeah,
from,
but
Stacy?
I live in Canada though.
Okay, good. Really good. What about you, Valtasar?
I live in Minnesota.
Okay. Are you Greek?
No,
Okay.
no,
Nice.
I'm a Greek student.
Okay, good. Really good. And what about you, Jane?
I live in North Carolina.
Okay,
Well,
good.
South Carolina today, but I'm from North Carolina.
Okay,
Yeah.
really good. I am from Denver. I'm here in Denver, and it's a nice day here. A little chilly, but not too bad.
Right.
We'll wait just a few minutes for other people to join. I like your background, Valtasar. I didn't set
Oh,
your background yet.
thanks. I just finished up a Homeric Greek class. So my background is Achilles killing Hector.
Nice. That's great. Where are you going to school right now?
University of Minnesota.
Okay. Yeah, University of Minnesota, really good. Hi, Cliff. Hey, Cliff, you there? Can you hear me? What are you studying at the University of Minnesota?
I'm majoring in computer science, but I am getting a minor in the Greek language.
Okay, that's awesome. That's really cool. Yeah, actually, I actually kind of relate to that. My professional background is in web development. I have a web development agency, and so I'm very involved with that kind of industry.
Mhm.
But yeah, just passionate about Greek and the New Testament and everything. So
Yep.
fine.
This is a test. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. How you doing, Cliff?
I don't seem to have audio at this time.
Okay, here I'll let me tell you. Let me write to you. I can hear you. So, all right. So since it's 9 o'clock, we will get started. Looks like another person just joined. Hello, Maria.
Hey, hi, I'm just getting everything. Sorry.
Great. Yes, no problem.
Let me not be so sunlighty. Okay, cool.
Yeah, real good. Hi, Leanne.
What did you say?
Hi, Leanne.
Oh,
I see another person. I can't hear you, or unless you. I can see you, Leanne, but I can't hear you.
Hey, Ryan.
Yes, there you are, Cliff. Yep.
Hi.
I hear you.
Just got through.
Okay, really good. Cliff is here in Denver with me.
Yeah.
He just met. We just met through the meetup that I have. I have this event posted on Meetup as well, so that's how he met. He and I met. And Hakan. Hello,
Oh,
Hakan.
hey.
How are you?
Hello.
Hakan is my friend from Turkey. So we have an international group here today. Hakan is calling us from Turkey, which is one of the reasons why we're meeting in the morning time, for morning time, United States time. I think Maria and Leanne, where are you two from?
I'm coming from Atlanta.
Atlanta, okay, really good.
And I'm coming from South Carolina.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Leanne?
You still can't hear me.
No, I can hear you, but it was a little bit.
South Carolina.
Oh yeah, South Carolina, okay. Really good. Well, great. Well, this is a wonderful opportunity. So looks like we have 8 of us here today. Thank you so much for joining. I will say briefly about myself real quick, and then kind of and then you can introduce yourself too to the group. So my name is Ryan Masterson. I studied biblical studies at Colorado Christian University. It's been like 20 years now. And as I was telling Baltasar, I currently do web development for my profession, but I'm just really passionate about the studies, historical studies into the life and times of Jesus, and reading the Greek New Testament. I don't claim to be an expert in Greek by any means, but I do enjoy just gathering groups together to have conversations around Greek. So I'm not here today to be an expert, but I am here to facilitate this meeting where we can take a passage from the Bible, from the New Testament in particular, and read it together. And so one thing I want to make clear is that it doesn't matter how you pronounce your Greek. I know there's just like a lot of debate about whether you want to do modern pronunciation or restored Koine or Erasmian pronunciation. We're not here to judge that. That could be like in a different group. So whatever pronunciation style you do use, though, I want to support. I want to support, and we want to support. I have had training by a modern Greek and in restored Koine. So if you want to do either one of those two, I can actually help guide you through some of those. But we really support that. That's not the point. The point is just to enjoy our time reading together. Hi, Stanley. Thanks for joining.
Hey, how you doing?
Really
Sorry.
good. No
Don't worry,
problem.
I'm coming.
Oh, great. Where are you calling from, Stanley?
Baltimore.
Baltimore. Great.
U.S.
Good. Well, we have people all over the United States, and even Hakan from Turkey is joining us. So that's great.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think he sent me something. I don't see him, but I know he sent me something, and I could.
Yeah, I did. I was going to ask you about that. Yeah.
Okay.
I said that I could help you with the beginning, like the alphabet, Erasmian pronunciation, and some grammar. But yeah, so the meeting has come.
It's all right, because I tried to reach back.
Yeah.
I tried to catch you. I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem. So just so we can stay
No
on
problem.
track here, let me ask each of you to just introduce yourself real quick, and just real quickly, just tell me what kind of pronunciation style you do prefer to use, and so I can kind of respect that. And so, Jane, why don't you go first? You're right here on the top of my screen.
Sure. I have no idea what kind of pronunciation I use, but my name is Janie Baynard, and I'm from North Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, great. And then I don't know if you guys see the same order that I do, but Baltasar is next for me. So
All
go
right.
ahead.
So my screen name is Balthasar. My real name is Daniel Turnquist. I'm a student at the University of Minnesota. I found out about this from the r/Koine subreddit.
Okay,
And
good.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did post that in that Reddit group. We also have a Facebook group as well. In fact, you might want to try to find that on Facebook, because I'll always post the updates there.
I did end up joining the Facebook group shortly.
Great. Yeah. Well, thank you. Stacy.
Hi, I'm Stacy. I'm originally from Michigan, but I've lived in Canada for the last 10 years.
Wow.
I have a little bit of background in Greek because my boyfriend taught me, and my pronunciation is Koine.
Okay. Excellent. Cliff.
Hey, welcome everybody. I'm in Denver, as Ryan mentioned earlier, and caught this advertisement through MEETUp. I've had 2 semesters of biblical Greek at the seminary here locally, and then I also just picked it up recently. I'm by profession an ESL and German teacher. Also studied French and Spanish, and recently came back from a 8-year gig in the Middle East teaching ESL, and I stopped into Turkey quite a bit, so I was acquainted with Paul's journeys. Hi.
Great, thank you. Leanne. Yeah, you're on mute right now.
Hey, I think I'm trying Koine and reading the biblical Greek, and my son's at CCU, so go Cougars.
Oh, okay, all right, good. Well, yes, I'm an alumni. Yeah, great, wonderful, cool. Hakan.
Yeah, so I don't really see it by my beard. I'm at my last year in high school and getting ready for exams, college exams. I started like 2 years ago in order to read text or like epigraphic inscriptions in Turkey. So yeah, that's basically my stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, Hakan is an amazing kid. I'm so glad that we met. He's only in high school and he's already studying Greek and is very interested in the archaeology of the land of Turkey, which, as we all know here, is a very important part in the history of Greek and the New Testament and Christianity and all that stuff. So, yeah, great. Thank you. Stanley.
Hi, as I said before, my name is Stanley Jenkins here in the U.S., and I have absolutely no knowledge of Greek, so I'll be definitely following along and picking it up as we go.
Okay.
Thanks.
Good. Thank you. Maria. You're on mute.
Okay.
There you
Hi,
go.
everybody. So I said earlier, I'm coming from Atlanta. I grew up in the Greek Orthodox Church, so I grew up always hearing and not really paying attention to the Koine Greek, but I did grow up in a household where my parents were immigrants, so I grew up in a modern Greek-speaking household. And as far as the pronunciation, I'm not sure I can tell the difference between the restored and the modern, but I think I can do both because I'm also currently studying this I'm studying this textbook.
Okay.
With the group right now, and they use the Erasmian pronunciation, I guess.
Yes.
So I can understand both pronunciations. The Erasmian is a little hard on my ears because of growing up with the modern, but I can go back and forth.
Okay, great.
I'm pronunciation fluid, but I'm not that. I have the alphabet down just because I was exposed to it, but as far as like I don't really know aorist or any of those things. Like I'm very beginner. So
okay, yeah. Really good. Well, thank you, Anna.
Hi, I'm Anna. I'm from Poland, and actually I am a student of classical studies in Krakow in Jagiellonian University. Actually, I don't have a lot of experience regarding to Koine Greek, because we are learning Attic Greek, but well, I believe that I will manage to translate a little bit.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I think it's gonna be Erasmian, but I'm not sure. It's just the norm I'm used to in my university.
Well, yes, that's fantastic. We have a second international person here with us today, or at least international from the perspective from the United States. Yes, that's great. Well, thank you very much, Anna. That's wonderful news. Okay, so I'm going to try to stay on task here so that in honor just the 45-minute commitment, and that's all that we're going for. So basically, I'm going to share my screen now, and let's see here. Okay, you should be able to see my screen. I currently have 1 John 1 pulled up, and let's see here. I can also make this font a little bit bigger.
Where's this? First.
So we're looking here today. We're going to read through 1 John 1. And you know what, actually, I'm having trouble making that font a little bit bigger. Let me try pulling it up from right here as well. I also have it. Okay, and then we can do the interlinear. So this one might, this First John from BibleHub.com, it displays basically the Greek text, and then the interlinear English translation, and then also it gives like the parsing and conjugations of all the words down here below. And this GNTreader.com, this also displays the text here in a nice way. You're welcome to read from my screen, or you're welcome to read from your own version. So, Jane, just by chance, would you be interested in being our first reader here? Just like basically just this first verse here. Would you like to read 1 John chapter 1, verse 1?
Sure, I'll give it a shot.
Okay, great. Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay. Ha hein ap arkes. Ha arke kaman. Kaaman. Ha eora kamen. Tois ophthalmois hemen. Ha ether asametha kai ha keres. Hemun epsilapheson peritu lagu tes zoes.
Very good. Very good. Would you like to comment on any of the words that you recognize and tell the group like what they mean, or maybe how they're parsed or anything like that?
Okay, parsing is not my strong suit, but I'll give it a shot.
Okay, sure, yes.
Just sort of walking through. You've got sort of maybe our case would be the object of the preposition op. So I think it's op with the genitive.
Yes.
And aka amen would be from the verb akuo. I'm seeing some stuff going on in the word. Not exactly sure how to parse that. Same thing with eorakhemen. Seeing some kappas that make me think they're perfect, but I don't know. I think that's eorakhemen might be a participle because it's got the men in it. The etharesametha would be a first person plural ending, I think. Don't know if it's imperfect or aorist or something like that. And same thing with epsilameson. That's slipping me up a little bit. So how's that?
What about the last few verses, or the last few words? Peri tu logu te zoes.
Okay. Prepositional phrase. Peri takes the genitive, I guess, concerning the word of life.
Yeah, that's great. Yes. So is both, which case are these two nouns in at the very end here?
The nouns you're pointing to are, got it. They look like they're genitive forms to me, genitive singular.
Yes, that is correct. Yeah, tu logu is genitive, and then te zoes. And yeah, you translated that good. Yes, like as the word of life.
Okay.
Back here, yeah, at the beginning, would anyone else like to comment on some of the words here in this verse? Maybe kind of break them down too a little bit. Jane, I know you mentioned that this one was arches, is genitive, and yes, that's correct too. Do you know what that means?
Beginning?
Yes.
So, like something from the beginning?
Yep, that's right. Ap arches, yeah, from the beginning. Okay, here's a kind of a question maybe for you, Jane. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4 instances of this Omicron aquí, is this, or here, is this the definitive article, or is it something else?
I'm going to just take a stab that it's not the article, even though some of those are participles, I think. Might go with relative pronoun.
Yes, that is correct. Good job. It is the relative pronoun. And how would you pronounce that? Or not pronounce it, how would you how would you translate this relative pronoun then?
That's a tricky question, because I would say just my normal would be which, but it doesn't sound all that smooth.
Yeah, basically, yeah, I think in Greek it is allowed to be just like which, or they use just the one word here. But in English, I can think when we are translating, we say that which, and then it kind of makes sense. That which
sounds better.
That which was from the beginning. That which we heard. That which we saw. Or see, okay, actually, let me. Anyone else? Would anyone else like to make some comments here on this verse?
The opening. Sorry. The opening verse of 1 John is relative with the opening verse of the Gospel of John in the word logos and arche.
Yes. Yeah, they do have that similarity, yes. And I could even actually bring that up here just so we can kind of compare since you made that observation. So in John 1, it's, en arche, en logos. So we do have these same words. We have actually a lot of the same words, but it's a little bit different. This is just like in the beginning was the word, whereas this one it says from the beginning, ap arches, from the beginning, and then basically it's concerning the word. So yeah, definitely, Stacy, thank you very much. The correlation. And who else was going to say something?
I was just noting that relative pronoun, it's reduplicated or used again for the following three, I guess. Before those, I don't know if those are participles or those are, I guess they're regular indicative verb forms, aren't they? But yeah, right there, exactly.
Yes. These are just regular. These are not participles. These are regular indicative forms. Yes.
Okay.
In first person plural. So we.
So good. So does that the verb, obviously going back to the second word in the paragraph there, was, that's past tense, and then the preposition indicate that maybe those are carried through and relate to the second and third and fourth term there, first and second line. Is that correct? In other words, that which was from the beginning, and then it's kind of reduplicated, I guess, in translation, that which was.
Yes,
but it's implicit there. It's not mentioned. It's just maybe that follows through grammatically for the other ones in meaning, at least semantically.
Yeah, one thing that I noticed about this first verse is that in by our standards today, this is actually technically not a complete sentence, because it's like that which was from the beginning, which we have heard, which we have seen, and then it says concerning the word of life, and then basically it kind of goes on. So it is I think a little bit. This is kind of a little tricky one to translate because we wouldn't by English standards we wouldn't consider this a complete sentence. What about Jane? What's the case of this noun? So nominative, genitive, dative, or accusative, or vocative. Any ideas?
Tois homois would be, if I remember my paradigm correctly, maybe accusative, plural.
It is plural, but not accusative.
Dative.
Yes, dative. Yep. Yes. So, which we have heard by our ears. So in this case, the dative it relates to this verb. Heard. Actually, I'm sorry. By our eyes, which you have seen by our eyes. This is heard here.
Okay.
Okay, great. Well, let's move on. Balthazar, Daniel, how about you want to take verse 2?
Sure. I think I forgot to mention that I'm pretty sure we're learning just the Erasmian accent in school. So
Okay, sure. Yep.
I apologize.
Yeah, no problem.
Kai he zoe ephanerothe, kai heorakamen, kai marturumen, kai apangelomen, humin ten zoen ten ionion, hetis ein proston patera, kai ephanerothe hemin. Okay. So, looks like we're talking about he zoe, the life.
Yes.
And then it looks like, I want to say that's a passive verb right after it with the theta eta there.
Good job.
Let's see. And then we've got some more first person plural verbs going on. Let's see. And then hetis, like a weird looking relative pronoun. Yeah. And then another passive verb.
Okay, great. What about this compound noun here, or actually noun with the adjective, I guess. Ten zoen, ten eonion.
So we've got two articles for that, indicating that it's the same thing, and the second word is describing the first. So it would be something like the life of the age or the eternal life or something to that effect.
Yeah, it's commonly translated eternal life. Very good. Yeah, that's one weird thing about Greek for people who aren't really familiar with that. Would you like to explain that more, Balthasar, about basically about how we have two articles here? Because that's a weird thing. People would not really recognize that.
Yeah, so it was really tricky learning it for the first time, but the way I just kind of got it into my head was by every time I saw two articles that looked exactly the same right in succession, I kind of just dropped the second one, and then it was more natural to read. So you have the life eternal if you just drop the second tain there, which just kind of sounds like an archaic way of saying eternal life, the life eternal. In fact, I think that might be why it's often translated that way, to preserve the word order.
Right. Yeah, that's just one of those really weird things about Greek that people in English may really be, have a hard time with it. Like, it's kind of like in English, if you were to say like, the brown, the dog, that's kind of how they spoke in Greek. The brown, the dog. They put the word, they didn't always, but they could put the definitive article, the, before both the noun and the adjective. Very good. What about the difference between umin and amin? So these two. How about what case are those, and how do you translate that?
So those are going to be in the accusative case. And I'm probably going to mix them up. I have a 50-50 chance, but I'm pretty sure humin is you guys, where hey mean is us.
Yes. Yeah. Really good. And that's kind of something that you kind of just have to find your own trick to remember. Like amin is like the first person plural. So like we, but also too though it's not actually accusative. These are dative.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shoot.
So yeah. So this is like to you guys, and this is to or us. To us. We did that. Okay.
Yeah, but to you would be second person though, right?
Yes.
To us would be first person. So.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Oh, I misspoke. I said it wrong earlier. Yes, you're right. This is going to, thank you for correcting me, Cliff. Yeah, second person here, first person there. Yeah, definitely. Thank you for pointing that out. What about proston pater?
It's a pretty straightforward phrase, meaning something like "to the Father."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good. Yes, really good. And I forgot to ask Jane to kind of then maybe provide or someone to offer like a translation of the whole verse of verse 1. But maybe just to keep going, do you want to try to then maybe translate verse 2?
I'll give it a shot.
Great.
All right. And the life appeared, and we have seen, and we have testified, and we have announced
Mm-hmm.
to you
Yes.
concerning the eternal life. Ooh, maybe pros doesn't mean to, which was maybe from the Father, which was for the Father.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. With. Uh-huh.
Oh, with the, okay. And it appeared to you, to
Really
us.
good. Oh, to us, yes. Really good. Yes, yes. So here, actually, we have two instances of the same verb. We have phanero, and yeah, to the life which appeared to us. So the life appeared, and then we have it. The life appeared to us. Really good. All right, thank you, Stacy. Would you like to take verse 3 here?
Sure. Just to let you know, I'm not great with breaking things down grammatically. I can read the words and I understand some of it, but I'm not as fluent in breaking things down in the proper grammar as some of the others in here.
No problem. Well, we can all contribute. We can all contribute to that and help out.
Thank you. So, ha eorakomen kai akeko amen apengelomen kai humen hina kai humeus koinonian ekete meth hemon kai he koinonia de he emetera meta tu patros kai meta tu huiu tu Jesu Christu.
Great, thank you. And you can just comment about the words that you do recognize, or anything that you don't have to do every single word. Just what words in here do you recognize?
So ha being to or towards, and of course, I'm not familiar with ao. Then the following word aokakamen. I do know that it is in line with akeko amen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we actually have seen both of these words up here. They're kind of repeating here again. Yeah. To see, and then also to hear.
Right.
So we actually have a lot of similarities here between verse 1 and verse 3 here, because we have that which we heard, that which we've seen. And this is that which we've seen and we've heard.
Let's see. And apangelumen, meaning away from. Meaning apo.
This is to announce. This is like related to like the word like to proclaim.
Like angelos, the messenger.
Yes, that's correct. That is correct. Yep. Mm-hmm. We have it twice.
And human hina kai humeus. This is where the grammatics, like I understand kai.
Yep.
And then koinonian is actually relative to koine. Ekete meth hemon. This is where I'm a little bit off the beaten path here. And again, we're repeating kai he koinonia de he hemetera, and then towards the Father, and to the Son, Jesus Christ.
Good. Good, thank you very much. Yes. And what case is Jesus Christ in? Is that nominative, genitive, dative, accusative, or vocative? Or actually any of these last 5 words?
Genitive.
Genitive, that's correct. Good job. And they're genitive because meta, the word with, takes the genitive, or to make it like in order to convey this meaning with, it's meta, and then the following nouns would be in genitive. So with the son of him, or his son, Jesus Christ. And in this case, in Greek, all 5 of these words have to take the genitive.
And meta is also known as the German mit.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know about that. Yeah.
Meaning with. Yeah, meaning with.
Okay. Yeah, great. And one thing that's really weird about Greek too is their use of the word and, or ke. So here, or kai, kai, you have, how do you, does anyone know here about like why this word and is injected right here into this phrase? Like that which we have seen and and have heard, we proclaim, and to you. How can anyone? Yeah, Baltasar.
So in certain contexts like this, kai might be better translated as also.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's correct. That's like a weird thing about Greek that I think is hard for the English users too. They use it has a broader meaning than just and, more than the English and does. And what about here in this second case? Ina ke imis. So how would you, and how is it serving here?
Maybe in order that you also.
Yep, that's correct. Yeah, good, Anna. Excellent.
Actually, guys, in this sentence is, I think they all mean also. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And then since we're talking about the conjunction words like kai and the, what does the word the mean? Stacy, do you know what the word the means?
Day?
Yeah.
No, I'm a little bit, this is where I said I'm not great with some of the grammar here.
Yeah, no problem. How about, would anyone else like to try to explain what this that means here, and maybe even just translate here this last part?
It's an epsilon, right?
Yeah, delta epsilon. Uh-huh.
So it would be now, like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it could be now, yes, or sometimes I just translate it as and, like now or and. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And but, I think they use also and but.
Yep. So, yeah, and the fellowship. Here's how it reads literally, which is just really hard for kind of English readers maybe. And the fellowship, and the are with the Father and with the Son of his, Jesus Christ. So Stanley, you have no knowledge of Greek. How does this kind of all make sense, or is this kind of a weird thing about Greek here?
Clearly, it's kind of weird, but I kind of like that literal translation better, actually.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, sometimes it does help to get that little translation just to kind of see what's going on. Yeah, and the fellowship and the are. This kind of the same thing where we have, as Baltasar was talking about earlier, we have the 2 definitive articles here that tie these words together. Our fellowship with the Father and with the Son of his, Jesus Christ. Okay, great. Thank you. Cliff, would you like to do verse 4?
Sure. Kai taught graphomen Noes, emes, ina, a para, heomen rather, in peple rom mene. That's about it, I guess.
Okay, great. And so what words do you recognize from there?
Graphe, possibly. I'm not quite up to speed on this verse. To writing or?
Yes, yeah, that is correct. Yes, it relates to the verb grapho, to write.
Okay.
What about a niece? What a niece? Do you know what case that is? It's a personal pronoun.
No, I can't.
Okay.
Intuitively can't.
Yep. Now this is kind of tricky. What about, okay, would anyone else like to jump in here? What's graphomen a niece? Tavta graphomen a niece.
I believe the case of how are you saying it? So what pronunciation are you using most of the time?
I should clarify. I'm using restored Koine pronunciation.
Restored Koine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I also have had training in modern. So in this particular case, the only difference between restored Koine and modern would be this. In modern, the iota is pronounced e, so e niece. But in restored Koine, it's a niece. But otherwise, it's the same. Tafta, grafo,
So,
a niece.
I'm not too familiar with restored Koine, but do they still pronounce the rough breathing marks as like an H sound for that?
So not the way that it changed around the time of when the New Testament documents were written is around the time when they stopped pronouncing the breathing mark. So typically people who practice the restored Koine pronunciation like me don't observe the breathing marks anymore.
Okay.
And in modern day Greek they don't do the breathing marks either. So.
Right. I mean, they don't even write them.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
As far as I know. Yeah.
Yep, you're right.
The pronunciation question with this upsilon, you pronouncing that as an afta, or how are you pronounce? Like I think Erasmian that would be tauta.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, in modern, it would be tafta with like a F, tafta. In restored Koine, we're taught to pronounce it in between a B and a V. So tavta. And then in Erasmian, I believe it's tauta. Is that correct? Tauta?
Yes.
Okay.
But how can you get an F sound out of that? It looks like a vowel.
You're right. It does look like a vowel, but in modern Greek and restored Koine, it takes this particular combination, though, it takes the sound of a consonant, no longer a vowel.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah, it would be character number 6 in gematria.
Okay.
Which corresponds with the letter F.
Okay.
I think the logic of that would be it's basically a U, which is basically a V, which sounds pretty similar to an F if you kind of go that route.
Okay. So real quick, just to complete this, it's like we write this. So this is actually first person plural. We write this. We write this in order that the joy may be complete. Okay, so just to move on real quick, because we're running up out of the time. Leanne, do you want to take verse 5?
All right. Kai estin alta, he aletheia, en a tamen atun kai on agali lomen, humen hati hatheas fas, estin kai scotia in auto uk esten udemia.
Really good. Thank you. Any words you'd like
All
to
right.
talk about?
We start out with just Eston, present, indicative third person singular, with the subject being Haletheia, the truth. So this is the truth. Alta is just the nominative relative pronoun, I guess, a pronoun for Aletheia. Then ain, which we have heard. So akuamen is going to be, that's going to be the third, the first person plural. And I think that's going to be perfect, which we have heard. Then you have the prepositional phrase from him.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have reported to you, dative, humain. Because God is nominative, he is light, and darkness is not in him, then they just really want you to know it's not in him, so nothing.
Yeah.
Or
very good.
something like that.
Yeah, that was really good, Leanne. Yeah, thank you very much. Really good. So just to make sure we get everyone a chance to read here, how about we go on, and Hakan, do you want to read verse 6?
Yeah, of course. Let me see. Yeah. Ean epomen oti koinonian echomen met autu kai entos kote peripatome. Pseudometha kai u poiomen ten alethean.
Great. Any words that you recognize?
Of course, like alethean, like the truth. Poiomen, like practice, but I don't know which. Is it like plural? We do, like we do.
Yes, like what we do.
Yeah.
We do. Active, indicative, first person plural. Yeah.
And pseudo metha. So not quite sure about what literally means.
Okay.
But pseudo like fake, lying. I'm not sure about the word.
Yeah, we
Just
lie, basically, we lie. First person, so it's the first person plural, and then indicative active, or sorry, yes, present, we lie, and we make the truth. What about this word? What does this mean? Ke u, piumen. Ke u.
Which one? Let me
Ke
scroll. So you mean kai u?
Yes.
Poiomen? Poiomen?
Yep. What does
So
u mean?
and so u or uk in some. So it means to not. Like,
yep, that's right. Not. So we lie and we do not make the truth, or do not practice the truth, kind of. Really good. All right, thank you. Maria, would you like to do verse 7?
Sure. 7. Okay. An ve ento foti peripatomen os αυτός εστίν ento foti κοινωνίαν έχομεν μετ αλληλών και το αίμα Ιησού του Υιού αυτού καθαρίζει ημάς από πασής αμαρτίας.
You have a very good Greek pronunciation. Good job. Okay, any words that you recognize?
The beginning, there's I think we describe that can be a bunch of different things, but and
yep.
N is, I think, I always forget this. I know it's always there.
This one right here is, I said the N. Yeah, this.
Do, I think, is an article.
Yes.
And yeah, do is the dative.
It
the
is.
dative article. Foti is light. Peripatomen, I think, needs something to do with like walking around or.
Good.
I have a lot of modern, like I know the words in the modern, and then I'm like, oh, maybe it's the same in the.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. If we walk in the light. If we walk in the light. N is in.
In. That's right. It's a preposition.
Yeah.
Right?
So yeah, in the light. En to foti, in the light.
Like him.
Yes. Yes. Good.
Estin, what is that? Is that is that a form of to be? Estin?
Yes, it is.
So if we walk in the light, and something in the light, like him in the light.
Yes, that's correct. That is, yes, you're right. In this particular case, it's the same thing.
We'll have fellowship. Fellowship we will have with Alilon. What does that mean? Everybody? I don't know. Alilon, I'm not sure what that means.
One another, kind of, yes.
One another.
Yeah.
And the blood of Jesus, the Son of Him that cleans us of from something sin. I know amartias is sin. I don't know
that's correct. Pases, all, or every.
All. Okay.
Yeah. Excellent work. Thank you very much, Maria. Okay, Anna. Would you like to do verse 8, Anna? Yes.
May I insert something here?
Yes, you can.
Okay, back to the main verb that's in subjunctive. That is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sixth word in the 7th verse. So it's in subjunctive. That would be voice, I believe, then, right?
Yeah, that's a really good point, Cliff. Yes, and it's in subjunctive. Why is it in subjunctive, or what other? It's because this.
Well, I don't know if it's tied into that as a prepositional phrase, but it's not real. It's if I were such and such, then I would. So it's not indicative.
Yeah, really good. Good observation, Cliff. Yes, it is a subjunctive, and the reason why is because it's using with the word eon, if we walk. Yeah. So it's kind of like subjunctive. Yeah, excellent.
Okay.
Okay, Anna, go ahead. Verse 8.
Okay. Enei pomen hotia martia nuke homen autus plaomen kai halet heia ukestinen hemin.
Wow, very good reading as well. So, okay, yeah. What words do you recognize in this?
So it's gonna be like if we are saying, it's again like the subjunctive, that amartia nuke homen, that we don't have a sin, a fault, something like that. And how to planomen, so like we are deceiving ourselves, maybe like walking out from the thing that is good, something like that. So, and the truth is not in us.
Excellent work. Yes. Yeah, real good. Yeah, truth, aletheia, right here. Let's see. Okay, so what does can you parse? How about parse this verb right here? Planomen. Planomen,
probably from like planeo or planeomai. I'm not really sure. Probably like from planeo. Okay. It's like first plural.
First plural, yes.
And probably it's subjunctive.
Okay.
No, it's not subjunctive.
Yeah, active. Yeah, in this indicative, first person plural. Yeah. Planeo. Yeah, very good though. Yes. So we lead to wander out of to lead astray. We lead ourselves astray. Okay, great. How about just to finish? We are over or at the time. So, but maybe just to finish this, someone could just read these last two. How about Leanne? Would you like to read verse 9? Just real quick, we want to.
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
Let's see. Ian Hamaloomen tas armatias humain. Pistas estin kai degaias hena ave humain tas armatias kai katharisai humas apo pas es adekaias.
Great. And we're not going to discuss this one, just because I want to be respectful of time. So I'm just going to go on to number 10. Maria, do you want to do verse 10?
An ipamen atiu imartikamen sestin Human afton ke ologos aftu uk estin en imin.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, everyone. It was so beautiful to just hear all this Greek, the different ways we pronounce and everything, and to have this discussion. So thank you very much. I would be glad to take some comments and feedback to know how to improve this. But as of right now, I'm planning on doing this every 2 weeks. So I'll put an announcement out there, but basically like in 2 weeks from now, same time, same place, we'll do this again.
Great. Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
That's great.
Yep. Have a good day. Okay.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye-bye.